Channel 4 News with 5-time Emmy Award-winning anchor, Ron Burgundy. Champ Kine Sports. Rick Tamlin Weather. And your reporter in the field, Brian Fantana.
It's Channel 4 News at 6 o'clock.
Good evening. I'm Ron Burgundy. Tonight's top story is Marburg spreading to the United States. I personally don't know what Marburg is. I will just be blunt about it. But all I know is that my good friend Brian Fantana told me he just got a Marburg. So I asked him what it was, and I took a wild guess. I assumed it was an old wooden ship that was used in the Civil War era. Sadly, the news team told me that it was not used for. Agree to disagree. Apparently, Marburg is a deadly viral disease, and Brian Fantana has just picked this disease up, and we have him in the studio with us. We don't know why he came to work today, but he decided to, and he's going to share his story of how he obtained Marburg and how he's dealing with it. So come on in, Brian. Good evening. I am Marburg Boy, or Brian Fantana, as you may regularly know me. But yes, I have been diagnosed with Marburg. Some of the history I want to share with you that my doctor has told me that it was discovered in 1967 through monkey to human transmission. This disease had disappeared and then reappeared back in 1975. It is one of the most deadly pathogens a human can obtain. Some of the information I would like to share with you is how I obtained it and what to look out for, which Dr. Gerald Reed, who had diagnosed me with it, will back me up on. I was on a plane coming back from Germany, my yearly vacation, and I was sitting next to a guy who I did not suspect had Marburg, but apparently he did. I took a little nap, woke up, had blood all over me. He was very agitated, freaking out, getting very defensive, tried to jump over me, and in that process he ended up cutting my leg, and with the spontaneous bleeding, he got some blood-to-blood contact with me. After I got off the plane, I went to go get myself checked out, and surely enough, I was diagnosed with Marburg. So, this is what I'm living with now, and I've learned to accept it. It's not fun, but right now I can say that 40 people now have been diagnosed with Marburg. I was the first case of it in North Carolina, so I guess you can say I'm a trendsetter. But unfortunately, 2 people have died from this, and it is unfortunate because they got the serious case of Marburg, which will kill you in less than a week. So right now, here's Dr. Gerald Reed to help me describe more about how dangerous Marburg is. So come on in, Dr. Gerald Reed. Good evening. I'm Dr. Gerald Reed. I wanted to talk to you guys about the signs and symptoms of Marburg and what you may expect to see if you know somebody that has Marburg or if you might be obtaining Marburg. Avoid blood-to-blood contact. That should be a given. But if you do, the illness will start abruptly, so get yourself checked out as soon as you can to find out if you're infected. Around days 5 to 7, people will begin to see hemorrhage manifestations. Other signs and symptoms can include watery stool, fatal bleeding from multiple places around the body, spontaneous bleeding, high fever, confusion, irritability, and sometimes aggression. As of right now, there is no known cure for Marburg, but people that are diagnosed can choose to undergo serious intensive care and will receive a lot of intravenous fluid. Prevention of the disease can be easily done. Basically, if you live in a community of people, let them know that you have Marburg so they know how to handle it accordingly. Since there's already 40 cases of this, it can become a serious problem. The more people that get it, the faster it spreads. So the best thing we can do is let the community know and do as much as we can to prevent it. And now I have just found out that animals may be able to obtain this disease. my little Baxter gets that Marburg disease, you better believe that that dog's getting intravenous fluids every freaking day. Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ron Burgundy. You stay classy, North Carolina.